Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to social science class. In the previous class, we discussed about condensation and its various forms such as dew, mist, fog, clouds, etc. Did you think about what happened to this water vapor after condensation? Yes, it changes into water droplets. What will happen to these tiny droplets of water if it condenses again and again? It increases its size and weight. We know that if these water droplets weight and size increases, it never remains in the atmosphere. That is, if the water droplets weight and size increases, it never remains in the atmosphere. Today, we are going to discuss about what happened to the water droplets in the atmosphere if its size and weight increases. Continuous condensation causes the water droplets in the clouds to grow in size. Why the water droplets in the clouds grow in size? Because of continuous condensation. Do you know about the law of gravitation? Yes, Earth attracts everything on its center. That you already studied in science classes. When the water droplets in the clouds to grow in size, due to the gravitational force of Earth, the water droplets get released from the clouds and fall on the Earth in different forms. This process is called precipitation. What is precipitation? When the water droplets in the clouds to grow in size. Why the water droplets in the clouds to grow in size? Because of condensation and due to the gravitational force of Earth. That is, Earth attracts everything in its center. Due to the gravitational force of Earth, the water droplets get released from the clouds and fall on the Earth in different forms. This process is called precipitation. As an examination point of view, all students please study the term what is precipitation. Look at these pictures. These are the three different forms of precipitations. The most common example of precipitation is rainfall. That is very familiar to you. The second type of precipitation is snowfall. What is snowfall? When the temperature falls below 0 degrees Celsius, the precipitation reaches the earth in the form of tiny crystals of ice. This is snowfall. What is snowfall? When the temperature, the atmosphere temperature falls below 0 degrees Celsius, the precipitation reaches the earth in the form of small crystals of ice. This is snowfall. This is a common phenomena in the northern part of India in the winter season, especially in the Himalayan region. The third type of precipitation is hailstones. What is hailstones? If the water droplets released from the clouds happen to pass through colder layers of the atmosphere, they may reach in the earth in the form of ice pellets. This is called hailstone. Once more, if the water droplets released from the clouds because of condensation happens to pass through colder layers of atmosphere, that is, if it again passes through the colder layers, they may reach the earth in the form of ice pellets. This is called hailstones. Dear students, among these three forms of precipitation, which form is most familiar to you? Yes, that is rainfall. Let us study more about this rainfall. Look at the diagram. The moisture-laden wind from the sea enters the land. Means that wind originating from the sea, it carries moisture and moves upward along the mountain slopes where it gets cooled and condenses to form clouds. When the windward side of the mountain receives heavy rainfall, The leeward side means the opposite side of the mountain do not receive rainfall due to the descending dry air. This type of rain is known as orographic rainfall or relief rainfall. How the orographic rainfall occurring? The moisture laden wind from the sea enters the land and moves upward along the mountain slopes where it gets cooled and condenses to form clouds. After the cloud formation, when the windward side of the mountain receive heavy rainfall, the leeward side, that is the opposite side, do not receive rainfall due to the descending dry air. This type of rain is known as orographic rainfall or relief rainfall. This is very clear from the picture. The places situated at the leeward side of the mountain, that is the opposite side of the mountain, that do not receive any rainfall and referred to as rain shadow region. That is the leeward side is known as the rain shadow region. There they do not get any rainfall, but in the windward direction get heavy rainfall. When Kerala receives southwest monsoon rainfall, the western parts of Tamil Nadu remain dry. Why? When Kerala receives southwest monsoon rainfall means that wind originating from southwest part of Kerala, that is from Arabian Sea. Since this wind originating from Arabian Sea, it carries moisture. When it reaches to land region, the western Ghats act as a block of this wind. So, this side get enough rainfall. The opposite side of western Ghats, that is Tamil Nadu region, do not get any rainfall. Dear students, what are the characteristics of equatorial region? Yes, sunrise falls vertically there, so high temperature and heavy rainfall in the afternoon. Why there is occurring rainfall in the afternoon? Due to high temperature, air gets heated, lighter and rise up. We already studied about 4 types of heat transfer in the atmosphere in the beginning part of this lesson. That is conduction, convection, advection and terrestrial radiation. Due to high temperature, air is heated and lighter, means weight decreases and rise up. Which is the name of this process among the 4 types of heat transfer? Yes, it is convection. Look at this figure. Convection occurring in the equatorial region due to the vertical rays of the sun. When the air is heated, it becomes lighter and rise up. We know that height increases, atmosphere temperature decreases. So, cumulus clouds are formed by the cooling and condensation of rising warm air. That is, warm air after reaching a considerable height, it starts to cool. Rainfall occurs with thunder and lightning. This rain, mostly occurring in the afternoon, does not last long. This type of rainfall is called convectional rainfall. This is a common phenomena in the tropical region during summer season. We, the Keralites, also belonging to the tropical region, so we also experiences convectional rainfall in the summer season. In the previous class, we studied that land and water not heated in the same way. So there is always a difference in the atmospheric temperature over land and sea. If the air over the sea comes in contact with the air over the land in the coastal region, the warm air will be pushed upwards, causing clouds formation and rainfall. This type of rainfall is called border rain. Once more, if the air over the sea comes in contact with the air over the land in the coastal region, the warm air will be pushed upwards, causing clouds formation and rainfall. This type of rainfall is called border rain. Now we studied about three types of rainfall, such as convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall and border rainfall. All the functions of our earth are regulated by the sun. The existence of plants and animals on earth is directly or indirectly depends on the availability of sunshine. That is, ultimate source of energy is from the sun. The life of human beings are also not different. All the atmospheric phenomena such as pressure, wind, rain, etc. are controlled by solar energy. The average surface temperature of the earth will vary. Vary means change with even the slightest variation in the insolation and terrestrial radiation that we already studied in the beginning of this chapter in the form of heat budget. This in turn become a threat to the existence of life. The human activities that causes change in the atmospheric temperature. Let us control such unscientific practices and sustain our earth for the generations to come. Dear students, today we discussed about precipitations and its various forms such as rainfall, snowfall and hailstone, and the various forms of rainfall such as convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall and border rainfall. Thank you.